Hey mates, how's it going there? Frosty here, ex-Hearthstone professional turned TFT streamer here today to present Legacy Streamer Workshop number 3. Today we'll be covering such topics to do with skilling up a little bit as a streamer as well as the mental health side of things. Let's get stuck into it. One of the things that I typically try to do and I strive towards in my lifestyle is I'm just generally feeling unhappy with how everything is going. One of the best things that you can go and do is go and exercise, go and take out some of those frustrations that you might have built up. Taking the time out to take care of yourself is one of the most important things I typically find. It's important as a streamer to be able to differentiate between having things that you do just purely for a stream and other things that you enjoy as well. Just not letting the stream take over every single aspect of your life. Last but not least, one of my favorite things that can help get things off of your chest is just to talk to someone about it. It's the simplest of the bunch and I typically find that it works the best for me. Just having someone that you're able to easily confide in can certainly help you overcome problems that you might not have realized were so big in the first place. So make sure that you take the time out to take care of yourself when you're going through these sorts of things and find someone that will actually listen to you rather than just brush these things off. The most important thing that I can recommend for you as a former professional player is that it's important to be able to recognize when to take breaks. Usually being able to stand up and be able to remove yourself from a situation is very important to be able to take a reset, as I feel like that's one of the most important things that you can do. Going away for 2 minutes from your computer to go grab some water, go grab some food, have a bit of a toilet break can really help reset your negative mindset to a positive one once more. And most importantly, being able to shift the stream back onto a positive one once more as well. But what if it's not the game side of thing that's really making you feel upset? What if it's the viewers? What if you've got a whole bunch of negative viewers in your chat and you're not really dealing with it all that well? It's important to be able to gauge the sort of level of negativity that people are putting down on you. For example, one of the most common ways of getting rid of haters per se is just by giving them a straight ban. But if they're regular viewers, and it's only sort of a once-off sort of jab, then you might not really want to ban them, especially if they're a big part of your chat. And this is where it's important to be able to gauge the level of negativity that you're trying to, tolerate here. If it does come down to it that they are offering genuine criticism towards your stream, then it's important to be able to take that on the chin as well. Not just straight up banning them just because, they say that they don't like the sound of your voice. Ask them why. Perhaps it's the quality of your microphone, or perhaps it is because they just simply don't like the sound of your voice. Some people are just like that. We've got two ways of dealing with, pretty much both of them. One is to put on a follower timer. So if your chat's being absolutely hammered there, a follower timer will make it so that they have to be following for a certain amount of time before being able to chat, and this will usually dissuade most people from spamming in chat there. And the second way is to, a little bit more of a drastic option is to put it in sub mode instead. And sub mode will prevent most people from being able to chat there, but is an easier way of just putting it on there if you don't want to dissuade new people from trying to engage in your chat. On the other side of things, with follower bots, what you can do is that you can do one of two things here. You can either turn off the notifications to do with them. So for example, you can just completely hide the notifications. You can turn off the sound from them as well. And you can re-enable them the next stream if it's too annoying for you. I don't do subathons all that often typically. I feel like I try to save them for very special occasions, such as birthdays or, really special events that I've got going on. But I feel like that's part of the allure, is that subathons really should be a more of an exclusive event, things where you're trying to do something a little bit special and to try to go out of your way to try to make them go above and beyond what you would regularly do for a regular stream. You might, instead of just sitting at your desk, you might go out and you might do a little bit of a cooking stream as such. You might try to bake a cake with chat, something a little bit more above and beyond what you would usually do in your stream. The big thing out of all of these that I want to say is try to keep your expectations realistic. So while you may have a whole bunch of amazing goals here, you really got to tailor it to be the size of your community. You know, you might put things at 1,000 subs, but you may be a 10 viewer streamer, although maybe that's the point. Maybe that's a secret goal that you might not actually want to have happen. Definitely try to tailor your expectations again to your community sizes, rather than, you know, putting something amazing that people really want to see at 200 subs, having it be completely unrealistic. It's all well and good to have a little bit of fun with these sorts of things, but if your subathon is just going to be a regular stream where there's nothing behind it, doesn't really feel as effective as before. So it really has to be going above and beyond, otherwise people aren't really going to be sucked into this sort of thing that you're trying to get going there. So typically when it comes to reruns, most big streamers can get away with it, but one of the big things that you might not realize that a lot of viewers come into your channel for is your interactivity, especially maybe as a 3 to 5 viewer streamer, or heck, even as a 50 viewer streamer. Being in a part of your chat and being able to interact with every single viewer individually can be a big selling point as to one of the reasons why people watch you. You know, people come to your channel to have you react to the things that they're doing, as well as, you know, them reacting to the things that they're doing. So when you use a rerun on that, it can, rather than being a constant source of content there for anybody that's trying to watch you, it can actually be very dissuasive. People don't really want to watch a highlight or a rerun of you sometimes going through certain things. Not to say that people don't want to watch highlights of you, they just really want to watch specific moments. Highlights are a little bit of a different sort of a thing. Highlights can be good sometimes. Again, it typically depends on what you're trying to go for. So for that most part, to answer both those questions, I typically don't use highlights or reruns on my channel, simply because I realize that the size that I'm at, it's just not worth it at the moment. But depending on your situation, you might find that it works out well for you. I also typically struggle with this one a lot, but the one way that I've heard that at least works a little bit is to run a little bit of a clip contest, you know, try to find the funniest clip out of the bunch to be able to promote it on social media so that everyone else can able to see it, and then, you know, give away, I don't know, $10 worth of RP, $25 gift card, something along those lines. Anyway, that is going to do it for this episode of the Legacy Streamer Workshop. Be sure to follow us, like us, and comment on the video if you enjoyed this and you'd want some more. Please feel free to follow me at www.twitch.tv/FrostyMate, and I will see you all next time. Have a wonderful day.